Alright everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So I don't know how much of a completionist I'm going to be with this game, to be completely honest. There's a lot of content in it, and I've kind of explored a little bit through the start of the game, but obviously we're going to be starting fresh with this, and hopefully getting at least through the game. I have no idea where the Master Sword is. I know it exists. Same with the Hylian Shield. I think it's somewhere in Hyrule or something like that, so, you know. It's one of those games. You gotta go find stuff. It's actually open world. For the first time since the original Zelda. I'm gonna be playing this game probably a little bit different than most people, though. And by that I mean I'm not gonna be going, like, to the 4 divine beasts or whatever. I'm just gonna be kind of fucking around for the first little bit of this game. I'm basically gonna be just opening up the map for a good portion of the start of this, because I want to get all 120 of the shrines done, if I can. When I was screwing around this game, I think I went through like 3 or 4 shrines after the main couple. So I wanted to play this game blind, but I didn't want to wait, and I didn't have the most time in the world to record, if that makes sense. I had time to dick around and play the game, like, within small increments of time. I couldn't justify sitting down for 30, 40 minutes to record. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm also a little bit sick, so if you hear me sniffling and coughing throughout this, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be that person, but sadly, I live in a house where germs and shit exist, so. I also know nothing about the story of this game, because I skipped all the cutscenes when I started on my own time. So I am kind of playing it blind. I know stuff, I guess, with the game mechanics. Grab it. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think this game's gonna probably be one of the longer lasting ones on the channel.
Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Okay. Will do. Yeah, like, Final Fantasy games are stupid long, but I think this will actually possibly be longer than a Final Fantasy game on the channel. It might break the 100 episode barrier. It might even surpass Dragon Quest VIII. Cool. So we got our first... oh god. We got our first set of armor. It's gonna be pretty fantastic. I also tried to roll, almost.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Fine. I try and roll almost every time I hit the sprint button, because rolling is usually the fastest way to get around in Zelda. So it's kind of just become a habit. There is a glitch that I can do to help me traverse the map a little bit quicker, though. And it doesn't involve much skill. So that's always a good sign. The least amount of skill, the better, in my eyes. But you basically run and whistle at the same time.
You are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Stamina is also really broken in this game. So if I'm running, right, and I start, oh, what the fuck? If I start whistling and hitting the B button, you can keep your stamina going up at the same time as you're running. It goes a little bit slower, but you're still at a running speed opposed to walking. You can do something similar to it with putting your weapon away and getting ready to throw it. But that's a little bit more tricksy, and I don't enjoy that method as much, so. Yeah, we're not even gonna touch the story past the first 4 shrines until I have a decent amount of hearts and stuff, because I know how much I suck at video games, and I know how much I'm gonna need health for this entire game. We might prioritize a little bit on stamina as well at the start, because I don't want to run out of stamina every 10 seconds. And I'm probably going to be doing the whistling thing, just so that you guys don't have to watch me go around the map all slow. Because, I mean, I could play this really casually, right? But then it'll take way longer, and this game is already going to be huge. I don't know how much I'll be using the whistling thing, though. I beg your pardon, I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go around taking whatever you please. Oh, forgive me, I couldn't resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple on an open flame make for a good cycle and treat. It's a bit strange to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering the question with a question. That's fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. Cool. That temple there, long ago, was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in this state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. Alright. I'm gonna take this torch. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it? It's a secret. I see, well then. Do as you please. There are plenty of monsters ahead. Here, though, remember that you can use that as a weapon, if need be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights onto them by using the LZ button. But we're gonna grab this axe, because, I mean, we're not a bunch of pussies, and we can hold strong things. No, I want it. What is it? Gibby. Where'd it go? There was a fucking lizard. Where did that thing go? I've never seen that before. I wanted it. Now it's gone. Alright, so we really want to get as much, random, oh my god, why am I coughing? So much random enemy loot as we want, because we can sell it later, and that's always good times. I'm probably not going to do the whistling thing. It requires too much effort. I have to reposition my hands, and I don't like that.
Link,
I just kind of wanted to show it off.
head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
I don't know. Should we max out our stamina or our hearts first? I would like to know. Because, I mean, stamina's pretty important, but so are our hearts, because hearts are... Some of the fucking shrines that I went to, some of the hearts... You need hearts. For some of those. Pretty bad. Or really good weapons, one or the other. Oh, it's over here. Maybe I should, like, pay attention to the map and shit. Okay. I will take your shield happily. Even though it's a piece of shit. I'm gonna take your traveler's sword. We're gonna equip that bad boy. Cool, we got some arrows, alright. Pretty solid start. Yeah, this is the first Zelda game you can actually jump freely without an item. Place the Sheikah Slate on a pedestal. I hate coughing. It is the worst. I took, like, all of the medicine. All of it. And I still cough. Being sick is the worst. It's all KFC's fault. Sheikah Tower activated. I actually have weird news about KFC that I don't know if I'm allowed to tell people. Please watch for Falling Rocks. I don't think it really fucking matters, because by the time people actually see this, or my channel gets quote-unquote popular enough for people around my area to find out, it won't even be relevant. But my KFC, the one that I'm working at, may or may not be shutting down in the future. And it's not due to bad business or anything. Like, we do pretty fucking good for the rundown little shit shack that we have there. Like, I'm not allowed to say numbers, I don't think, but we get a pretty decent amount to cover the costs of, like, running the establishment and all that good fun stuff. But the thing is, there's going to be a brand new KFC opening, not even 10 minutes away from the one that is already there. And ours is, like, so old that it's not earthquake safe or any of those things. So I'm pretty sure once the lease is up, they're just gonna get rid of it. Which is sad, because, you know, I liked that place. It was a fun job to have. Distilling local information. It was a fun little place to work at, but this may be months down the road. This may be years down the road. I have no idea. All that I know is my KFC may or may not exist in the future. Which I'm totally okay with, because I'm pretty sure... Regional Mech extracted. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about quitting pretty soon anyway. Just because I'm getting a raise at Cisco, which is going to bump my hourly income up by quite a bit, depending on how fast I pick. And then from there, 1 year from that point... God, there's so many cutscenes. It's like it's the start of the game.
You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
I need to get a not squeaky chair in the future here. I also wish my nose would stop being such a piece of shit.
You must hurry, Link.
So the insane thing is...
Before it's too late.
Before it's too late. The insane thing is, this game's been out for like a week. Oh, excuse me. And people have already speedran this game in like 50 minutes. It's fucked up. It's not a long game if you know how to beat it. This one.